You are listening to 5-Minute Meditations. Welcome back. This is your host Chandra, and today we're going to talk about the certain qualities that blossom in your spiritual progress. One of them is called Karunika. This is very kind and merciful. This is described in an ancient book called the Bhagavatam, which explores all the different qualities of a saintly person. So I'll tell you the Sanskrit right now. Titikshava Karunika Surhida Sarva Dehinam Ajata Shatrava Shanta Sadava Saradu Bhushana. So Titikshava means he's very tolerant. You can't get under his skin because he doesn't get annoyed. He's Karunika. He's very merciful. He wants to help others. He is Surhida. He sees everyone very close to his heart. Sarva Dehinam, everyone, not just humans, all creatures. He is Ajata Shatrava. He doesn't see anyone as his enemy, and he is peaceful, and he's Sadhava. He very much follows the ancient spiritual codes of growth that are given in ancient literature. So these are his qualities, and we find this in a modern example in a person named Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, he came to America penniless on board a cargo ship and had 2 heart attacks on the ship to get here, to give the knowledge that was not very readily available in the West, the knowledge of the difference between the soul and the body, and the knowledge of Bhagavan, the personal aspect of God. In his life, you see that he led his life in such a way that even to his last breath, he was working to help others. He was working at the age of 82 when he was just about to leave his body, translating works for the benefit of the world. Similarly, we have one of his disciples who just left this world on the 4th of July. He came to America recently. He always travels the world and teaches, but he came with that same compassion in his heart. And during his trip, he contracted the coronavirus, and he passed away 2 weeks later. So this is the kindness that begins to blossom. As you may know, we were in the hospital for about 9 days. Our son was in great pain. He was suffering with a kidney infection and was very sick. The doctors would ask him, "How are you?" He said, "I'm not doing good. But that's okay. I'm not this body. I'm a spirit soul. Do you know that you're not this body?" And the doctors were always very surprised because he was saying this to every single doctor that he met, maybe 30 or 40 different doctors. He would talk about the soul or Krishna or some other thing. And he was very popular in the hospital. This is the kind of feeling that the soul gets when he is able to impart help to others. It's just like when any of you ever had the experience of dancing in a kirtan. When you dance in a kirtan, you might at first you might have your knee might be sore or something, but there's such bliss that it could be 110 degrees in the room, but you forget about it because there's such happiness that you get from it. So similarly, when the saintly persons help others, they feel so much happiness that it doesn't matter. They just dance on. So one other verse I'd like to share with you is there's a story of a saintly person giving blessings to 4 individuals. He meets a prince, some rich prince that was a little bit materialistic. He meets a young student of a spiritual guru. He meets a butcher, and he meets another saintly person. He says to the prince, "May you live forever." He says to the young student, "May you die soon." He says to the saintly persons, "May you live, may you die, doesn't matter." And then he says to the butcher, "Don't live, but don't die." What is the meaning behind this? Well, the prince, he is very materialistic and he might be enjoying all kinds of delights, but then the karma will hit him when he leaves his body, has to experience the reactions in his next life. For the saintly student, he is fully engaged in spiritual studies, but he may not be so fortunate in the future. So he's saying, maybe die soon because you're well spiritually situated. He says for the saintly person, live or die doesn't matter because you'll dance on. Wherever you're doing now, you'll continue, and you're always in ecstasy. And for the butcher, you're always in misery. May you not live, may you not die, because the life that you have now is unfortunate, and the karma in the next life is even more unfortunate. So thank you for listening. Om Tat Sat. Thanks a lot.